Hi everyone, so this is the tutorial on how to set up your Android phone for your staff email or the organizational email and company websites. So alright, so this is my phone, and as you can see, this is the Android default screen with a lock key. I've unlocked it, and this is my wallpaper, and these are my apps. So I scroll to the default home screen and I go to settings, and this is a Jelly Bean 4.2. so I go to accounts, and you can see email, Facebook, Google, WhatsApp, and I go to add account. So when I add account, it gives me this options. Then I choose add an account, then I come here. So for the first thing you have to do is to type your official email address. So I have solomon@prixmconsult.com, and I type that. Then the password that I use for this email, which has been changed after this video was created, so I enter it and I come to manual setup. Now this is where you do the configuration. So when you come to manual setup, just choose the POP3. When you also use next, it brings you to the same place. Just choose the POP3, and POP3 is what we're going to configure. So you already have your username and password showing. So you come to the POP3 server. Now the POP3 server by default is what you have. So it's pop3.mycompany.com. so that's what you see. Now the POP3 has a port of 995, so we try to check it and see whether it works. It doesn't work. So what we have to do is to change the POP3 to mail, mail. So mail.prixmconsult.com. all it says is just whatever your website is, just make it mail.mycompany.com, mail.myorganization.com. that's all. That's the you use the website's address and you just bring mail in front of it. And now I'm going to show you how to know your port for your email server. Now when we finish sending the mail, we're gonna just go back and try to get to the first screen when we log into the web mail, and I'm going to show you where you can get all the port address that your server is using. So when you come here, just go to configure mail options, and when you come here you see everything. So you go scroll down, then you have the secure SSL TLS settings, and that's the recommended. So you see your username, your password, and then you have the incoming server which says mail dot whatever. So then you have the POP IMAP port 993, which we are not using. Use the POP3 port, which is 995, and its outgoing server is 465. So these are the ports we are going to use, which will be communicating with our web mail. So I make my mail port for the incoming server as 995, and you use the SSL TLS accept all certificates, and you just go ahead and check whether you have that setting and go to next. And now let's see what happens to the incoming server. It loads. It didn't give us an error. So now we are going to set the outgoing server, and we have mail.prixm.com, and it's 25 by default. We change it to what our webmail has, which is 465. So we delete 25 and change it to 465, and we make the security type SSL TLS select all. Then we also ensure everything is set up like this. Our username and password are already auto-loaded since we did that. Then we check the outgoing server, and when we check the outgoing server, it automatically connects and it asks us, how do you want to set your account? Should it check every 15 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever? You set it to your preference. And when you get to this place, you are almost done. You go to next, then it asks you for the name you want to use for this account, so that when you send a mail, it appears with that name. So I use Solomon Bourgeois, and I save it. Immediately you save it, it's added to your account, and you go to your email list. So when you come here, you see all the emails. So I have all my emails here, and the one we just created is the last one, and it's currently synchronizing. So our email for our company, which is our staff webmail, staff email, has been successfully created, and then we can use it now. So what I do is to come to my home screen, look for my email icon, and I tap on it, and then when it opens, I have one default email already, so I just tap on it and change it to the new one I want, and it's currently waiting to synchronize with the server, and immediately it does that. You remember we sent an email of the Windows congratulations setup, which we saw on the Windows phone, which was also done for this tutorial. So if you are using a Windows phone, you can go and check that video. That same message also now comes on the Android, and I can have my phone having my messages on both the Android and the Windows phone. So any phone I have on me, once it is connected this way to my official email setup, I can always get it on both Android and both Windows. So I'm also now going to send a reply from my phone, and let's see whether to go to the computer and the Windows as well as. So I send it, and capuch is done. I minimize it, and I'll come to check my webmail, which is on the computer, and I go to my Skrill mail, which I prefer, and now let's see what happens. I've got two mails now. The current one is the one that I sent. It says read Windows phone. That was a reply. So when you read it, the message says thanks from Android phone, and so that is it. And the Android phone now can even communicate and send messages. So you can use this to send messages and replies officially for your official mail and emails from your Android phone, just by setting it up this way. So what we do now is to check if there is any more email. So I'm going to send one more email, and I'm going to retitle this as, so I send this to my different accounts. So I can send a carbon copy of it to Prixim accounts, and another one to my other account, and I make the subject Android phone configured. Yeah, so Android phone configured, and for email. So what I do is to just send a short mail, says, well, I'm a geek with technology. So that's simply what we do. And now we are going to send a new mail from here, and it has to appear both on the Android as well as the Windows phone as well as the computer. So whichever device you are using, with this done, you can communicate over several devices. So I send this, and immediately I send this, and it goes. We check here and see whether there's an email. So I refresh this page, and now we have 3 mails and one coming from the Android phone, and that's the message. Good. Well, I'm a geek with technology and mobile, so I sent it from the phone and it comes here. Now I can also refresh this to see if I have new messages, and whoa, now I have 3 messages. One says thanks from Android phone, and one says Android phone configured. So I can still read what's on my server right on my phone. So that is it, and we are done for this tutorial. Now I go back to my Android screen, and as you can see, that is it. So thank you for watching, and come back again, subscribe to the channel for more videos on technology. Thank you.